Good afternoon. I'm Nancy Flores, and I'm president of the Camp Alumni Association, and I'd like to welcome you to our 10th annual Camp Graduation and Candlelight Ceremony. 10 years! And thank you so much to the beautiful music by Josh Saldivar and Susan Nevares. And before we begin, I'd like to recognize a team of very dedicated camp alumni who make up our leadership team. And not only do they help make this ceremony happen, but throughout the year, they're planning events to help keep our Camp Familia together. So just give a wave when I call your name. We have Reina Flores, Joe Vasquez, Jessica Salinas, Mayra Levario, and Lucy Nojosa. And we also have camp alumni here volunteering and in the audience, and that's really just a testament to just how much camp means to us. And of course, this graduation ceremony wouldn't be possible without the camp staff. And I know it's extra special to have a longtime former camp director, Esther Iacono, also here in the audience supporting our graduates. And our deepest gratitude goes to all those who have donated to the camp program throughout the years, whether it's with your time, your talent, or your treasure. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the Camp Alumni Association and just why it's so special to us. We launched about the time that camp had its 40th anniversary. And a group of us came together because, well, frankly, we wanted that same support, that same feeling of camaraderie, of friendship, of familia that we all felt as campers, as camp undergrads. And we wanted that to continue even after we left the hilltop. And now we work with the camp office and the Office of Alumni and Parent Programs to offer everything from networking opportunities to social events, and because we just want to stay connected and we want to help lift the next generation of campers. And so we have a saying around here, and probably you guys are familiar with it, some of you alumni in the audience, and it's that once a camper, anybody know it? Once a camper, always a camper. And graduates, please remember that because it's so true. Here I am all these years later. I graduated in 2003. I'm connected to the Camp Familia and to the Hilltop, and dedicated to see you guys succeed. So graduates, although today marks the end of your camp experience as a student, there's still a road ahead as your camp alumni experience is about to begin. And so during today's ceremony, you guys are going to hear some very inspiring alumni. And we have a tradition at these ceremonies that the keynote speaker from our previous year's event picks someone an alumna who they really admire to be the keynote speaker for this year. So I'd like to introduce you to last year's camp alumni speaker so that he can tell you a little bit more about today's special keynote speaker. Please welcome Joe Vasquez from the camp class of 2006.
Good afternoon, everyone. A native of Presidio, a small border town between Chihuahua, Mexico, and Texas, Mayra Levario grew up alongside her older brother, Daniel, and parents. Throughout high school, Mayra traveled with her family to Chihuahua, Mexico for seasonal farm work. In 2014, Mayra was awarded the camp scholarship that allowed her to enroll at St. Edward's University, where she studied biology with a pre-health path and Spanish. In 2018, Mayra graduated with a cum laude distinction. During her time at St. Edward's, Myra was actively involved in several extracurricular activities. She was a co-founder and president of the university's chapter of American Society of Microbiology, an engaged member of the Texas Academy of Science, and a member of the St. Edward's Ballet Folklorico, among other activities. She also remained actively involved in the camp program as an orientation facilitator, a science workshop facilitator, and a peer academic mentor. Myra filled the different leadership roles on campus as a student instruction leader for freshman biology and physiology courses, and as a tutor of biochemistry. Myra also conducted biomedical research with the supervision of neuroscientist Dr. Fidelma O'Leary, where she tested the physiological and neurological effects of pesticides. She was inspired to do that research after learning how different toxicity levels in the fields can affect individuals who come in frequent contact with it. Her research was based on testing different stimulations of pesticide levels on soil organisms. After her first summer of research, Myra was awarded part of a grant by the USDA to continue to expand her research the following summer. She also got the privilege to travel to Peru for a clinical internship through the Johnson Turnip Scholarship Program. After graduating, Myra was one of 2 students selected to be a counselor for health and science summer camps at the Dell Medical School. She later got hired as a medical scribe and is currently working with Dr. James Askew, the 2018 Physician of the Year, former president of the Travis County Medical Society. Most recently, she traveled to Guatemala for a medical mission trip with a pediatric surgical team from Texas Children's Medical Center, where she worked with Dr. Jed Newturn, a graduate of Harvard Medical School, former chief of pediatric surgery at Texas Children's, and faculty of Baylor Medical School. Myra is the newest member of the Alumni Board for CAMP, serving as a CAMP alumni representative for the broader Alumni Board. One of her main duties is to foster the board's relationship with upcoming alumni. Myra continues her volunteerism working with the Dell Medical School residents at the Dell Senior Medical Center, and is currently in her application cycle for medical school, where she plans to specialize in family medicine to alleviate the need in medically underserved communities like her hometown of Presidio. Please help me welcome Mayra Levario to the stage.
Good evening, graduates, family, staff, professors, and guests. Buenas tardes a todos los padres de familia y a todos los que nos acompañan hoy en este día tan importante para sus hijos y familiares. Y un saludo especial para todas las madrecitas que nos acompañan hoy en su día. My name is Mayra Levario, a proud camp alumnus of 2018. And a graduate of St. Edward's University. I am beyond honored and humbled to be sharing this moment with you, camp class of 2019. I feel as if it was yesterday that I was a facilitator for many of you during your freshman orientation, and I can't help but feel emotional to see you here, accomplishing yet another one of your goals. You might be wondering why a recent graduate was chosen as a keynote speaker this year. But when Joe Vasquez asked me to be this year's alumni speaker, I knew I had to share my experience as a recent graduate and show you a glimpse of what many of you will experience during this next phase of your life. Reflecting on the exciting and not so exciting parts of transitioning from college to the outside world, I realized I might have learned a thing or two, which is why I'm standing here today. For instance, I'm sorry to break it to you, but there are no scheduled nap times once you enter the workforce. But if you find a job that allows you to, please let me know. Thinking back to my last year in college, I remember being in those very seats, anxiously waiting for my name to be called to walk up the stage. I remember being sleep-deprived for finals, anxious and a bit fearful for what was to come. Because as much as I love to plan, I had no idea what to expect after college. As my mind spun in circles, I remember looking over my shoulder to my parents and seeing that my dad, a serious, hardworking man, stood a little taller along with my mother that day. This made all of my anxious feelings disappear. It made every single second of my undergraduate career worth it. Make sure you never stop thanking them. Gracias, padres de familia y familiares, por todo su apoyo y su esfuerzo. Sin todos sus sacrificios, ninguno de los que estamos aquí hubiera llegado tan lejos. But of course, the uncomfortableness of not knowing what happens next still lingered. I wondered, who would I lean on now that I didn't have Linda, Perla, Gladys, or Gilbert to guide me? What is life going to look like without the camp staff to help me solve every problem I could possibly encounter? And when I say any problem, I really mean any problem. You guys know what I'm talking about. I especially remember an instance when I asked Linda to help me send a large package through the mail because I was unaware of the arduous process compared to receiving a package from Chegg or Amazon. And Perla, who on top of all of her work as the director of camp, did not hesitate to help me with interview preparation during some early mornings, along with Gilbert, who always had a smile for anyone that walked into the camp office, and who would probably be extremely wealthy if he had $1 for every time he either gave us food or notified us where the free food was on campus. Thank you, camp staff, for doing an exceptional job in each of your positions and for making every camp student feel valued and appreciated. Well, students, I'm here to reassure you that everything will be okay and that you will have other opportunities to stay connected to the Camp Familia as camp alumni. After tomorrow, you will experience a period of adjustment. During this time, there might be instances when you question if the sacrifices you've made were worth it. You might find yourself waiting for a job offered longer than you expected, or studying more than you had in your undergraduate career, without the security that you made the right choice. When and if you have these thoughts, remember who you are. Remember how far each of you've come. And know that as long as you remain persistent in your actions, opportunities will continue to arise for you. Remember where you came from. Value your family background, since not many have endured those experiences as you have. For many of us, the definition of hard work was synonymous to early mornings and long hours under the sun. Whether you experience this type of work yourself or you lived it through your family, make sure you give your new definition of work justice for what you or your family have lived. Stay consistent, and each day that passes by will be a step closer to your optimal goal. When I agreed to be the keynote speaker for this year's camp ceremony, the very first key point I was asked to consider was, how has the camp program helped you accomplish your goals and get you where you are today? So I will make my biggest effort to concisely sum up how camp has impacted my life before Snapchats of sleepy people start circulating the room. When I left home in August 2014, I remember how scared my parents were to let me go to a city and university none of us knew anything about. Yes, the first day of camp orientation was my first day in Austin and at St. Edward's University. At that time, my dad was working in Oklahoma. So my brother, my mom, my grandma dropped me off, gave me their blessing, wished me luck, and left me to begin my undergraduate career. Like many of you, I come from a place where Spanish was the preferred language. My beautiful hometown is the town of Presidio, Texas, which lies on the border between Texas and the state of Chihuahua, with a population of 4,000 people, one main street, a couple of local restaurants, and a high school graduating class of 100 in 2014. Presidio taught me the importance of community and the value in always helping your neighbor. Needless to say, the change of scenery was substantial. To my benefit, I left the community to find another. The camp program became my second family, and with their support, I was ready to take on my world. As soon as my first year ended, I applied to be a camp orientation facilitator. This resulted being the only incoming sophomore amongst many upperclassmen. This was where I met many of you for the first time. As my time in St. Edward's progressed, I continued to share what knowledge I had acquired as a camp peer academic mentor, a workshop facilitator for camp students in natural science, as student instructor, teacher assistant, and tutor for lower and upper level science classes. The leadership experience I obtained, along with the opportunity to help other students, nourished the development of the person that I am today. For me, the support of St. Edward's extended to many places on campus. I was fortunate to have the support from my basketball club team, the Folklorico group led by our very own Linda Valdez, my natural science professors, and the pre-health office run by Jason De La Rosa, who helped guide me on my path to be a competitive medical school applicant. Additionally, I also had the amazing opportunity to be part of the Johnson Turpin Scholarship Program, which funds summer experiential learning opportunities to high-achieving scholars, funded by Lucy Baines Johnson and Ian Turpin. Thank you, Lucy Baines Johnson and Ian Turpin, for granting us this opportunity that has improved many camp students' academic and professional development. I remember Esther, our former camp director, helping me with my application, always with her sweet hugs but firm hand, looking out for the best of our interests. Thanks to her and Caroline Morris, I had my very first clinic experience abroad in Cusco, Peru. My experience in Peru initiated a boost in my confidence that I had continued to develop since. As I arrived on my first clinic day in Cusco, my daydreaming thoughts of organized healthcare experience were quickly replaced by the reality that Peru was facing at the time. Teachers, doctors, nurses were on strike, leaving the clinic short-staffed with waiting rooms flooding with sick patients. On top of this, as volunteers, we were only allowed to file paperwork, since most volunteers did not speak Spanish. However, on my second day, I decided that I was there for a larger purpose. Although I was scared in an unknown country, surrounded by strangers, I sneaked away from our director, avoiding the volunteer check-in process, and started knocking on doctors' doors to see if I can see of any help. To my luck, after a couple of rejections, I knocked on the door of an OBGYN, who also happened to be a medical school professor. She invited me to hear her early lectures before clinic hours to learn and become certified, along with her nursing students, on small medical skills. A week after that, I was leading some minor parts of the morning lectures for her and was given the opportunity to reduce the patient crowds in the waiting rooms using my newly certified medical skills. Before I headed home from Peru, I decided to hike Machu Picchu and happened to be present when an Englishman had a medical emergency with no way to communicate with anyone around him. As I became aware of the situation, I intervened, used my recently acquired medical skills to keep him calm and conscious as I got help on the way. As the emergency team arrived, I translated back and forth so they could treat his condition, and stayed until the situation was well under control. When I arrived to the United States, my confidence had grown exponentially, which I took advantage of and continued to look for opportunities to expand my experience in the medical field. I decided to reach out on my own to the medical school of my dreams and managed to have my first private medical school tour, where through asking in-depth questions led me to sit in a room with the head of admissions, where we bonded over being from the same region in West Texas. This new relationship led me to my first shadowing opportunity in the United States with an excellent family physician in a small town, which is my desired setting and field of practice. I continued to explore new opportunities involving healthcare, and during the summer after graduation, I had the prestigious opportunity to be a camp counselor for health and science camps at the University of Texas Dell Medical School here in Austin. The camps, as said by the Dell Medical School, bring hundreds of local middle and high school students of diverse backgrounds to the University of Texas to explore health careers, building the pipeline of future professionals in Texas. Not only was this opportunity meaningful, but through this position, I was recommended for an internship at Dell Seton Medical Center, which I am currently a part of. After the summer ended, I was still lacking a permanent job. As the weeks passed by, my desperation began to sneak up on me, but I kept on telling myself that as long as I kept looking and applying, I was making progress. After many rejections, I was finally hired to work at an ENT clinic as a medical scribe for the former president and future board member of Travis County Medical Society and 2018 Physician of the Year. As I started getting trained into my new job, I continued to seek opportunities for self-improvement and obtain a sponsorship to be a medical translator in a medical mission trip to Guatemala with a pediatric surgical team. Here, I had the opportunity to work almost 24/7 with the former chief of pediatric surgery and now head of global pediatric surgery of Texas Children's, which is one of the biggest medical centers in the United States, and who I'm currently working on with another medical mission trip to Africa. During this year, I also jumped at the opportunity to join the prestigious Camp Alumni Board when invited by Nancy Flores, Camp Alumni President. My heart filled with excitement at the thought of giving back to the camp program via my involvement with the board. Now that you will be official camp alumni, I urge you to stay involved and keep part of this wonderful familia. I hope that the sharing of my story gives you the courage to see the beauty in your own story, as you now are about to initiate this new chapter in your lives. Trust me when I say that St. Edward's University, the Johnson Turpin, and the CAMP program have prepared you for what lies ahead. Using the confidence I gained through my undergraduate career, I have put myself in uncomfortable situations to advance in my own goals. And now I encourage you to do the same. As you continue your path to success, don't forget to help others around you, remembering what the St. Edward's mission and the Camp Familia have taught you. As I conclude my speech, I can't help but to single out one of the graduates who was my very first friend in college, and who was turned into a sister I never had. Kayla Martinez, I'm very proud of your accomplishments, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. I now leave you with a quote from my favorite recent read, Becoming, by our former First Lady, Michelle Obama. We can't change the world completely on our own, but we can work to make the world what we think it should be. Camp Class of 2019, congratulations on finishing this big step in your professional careers, and welcome to the Camp Alumni Familia. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Reina Flores, and I entered camp in 2005. At this time, we would like for the graduates to follow the usher, Jessica Salinas, so that we may begin the presentation of the camp stole and the candlelight ceremony. I'd like to invite Camp Director Pedro Delgado and Assistant Camp Director Gilbert Contreras up. We present the stole as a symbol of achievement the graduates have accomplished. The lighting of the candle represents the culmination of their journey as an undergraduate. When your son or daughter first arrived to St. Edward's, they participated in a special candle lighting ceremony and made a promise for the future. Today, that promise has been fulfilled. We mark the end of their camp journey as students with the final candlelight ceremony. We will call the names of the graduates, announce their degree, and read a special thank you note they have provided for us. Let us begin. Nubia Briones from San Benito, Texas, earning a Bachelor's of Arts degree in psychology. Nubia le agradece a su mami y a su papi su amor y apoyo incondicional, su trabajo y dedicación a la educación de sus hijos, a la Camp Familia, que junto a sus asesores de McNair le brindaron un segundo hogar y oportunidades. And finally, her siblings, gracias por ser su más grande bendición. Alondra Castellanos from Baytown, Texas, earning a Bachelor's of Arts degree in kinesiology with a concentration in health professions, graduating with a distinction magna cum laude. Quiero darle gracias a mi mamá y a mi papá por darme las alas de poder terminar mi diploma, por siempre estar conmigo cuando lo ocupo y por darme amor y apoyo. Gracias a mi familia por siempre creer en mí y muchas gracias a Camp que me ayudó a estar aquí y apoyarme cuando lo necesitaba. No estuviera aquí sin Camp. Thank you. Kayla Martinez from Brownsville, Texas, earning a degree in finance. Kayla le quiere agradecer a sus padres por siempre amarla, cuidarla y apoyarla y haberle dado una vida acompañada de muchas oraciones y bendiciones. Ella le agradece a su familia, amigos y el programa de Camp, a todos los que le apoyaron por darle el apoyo necesario para salir adelante. Sin ellos, ella no estuviera aquí en este día tan importante. José Luis Álvaro from Edinburgh, Texas. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Kinesiology with a minor in Spanish. Jose would like to thank his family for supporting him throughout this journey. A big thanks to them and the camp program for giving him the support that he needed to build a dream to chase after, and for believing that he had the talents to reach his goals. Without each of you, he would be nowhere near the person he is now. Clarissa Belmares from Donna, Texas. Earning a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Quiero agradecerle primeramente a Dios por permitirme estar aquí celebrando esta etapa muy importante para mí. A mi familia, mis padres, hermanos y hermanas por siempre creer en mí, por tanto sacrificio y por apoyarme en todas mis decisiones. Los amo. A todos mis amigos que se han convertido en una segunda familia, gracias por todo el apoyo incondicional, por su amistad y por hacer estos 4 años de mi vida una experiencia inolvidable, y a todo el programa de Camp y por haberme brindado la oportunidad de venir a St. Edward's y cumplir una de mis metas. Gracias. Eduardo Cano from Palmview, Texas, earning a degree in management. Eduardo would like to thank God for giving him the strength and will to keep on taking challenges throughout the 4 years in college. He also thanks his mom and dad for giving him the unconditional love and support he needed to keep on going through tough times. Finally, he would like to thank the camp program for the opportunity they gave him to pursue his education. He thanks all the camp staff and friends that made his college experience the best possible. Joe Capetillo from Harlingen, Texas, earning a degree in management. Joe would like to start by thanking the camp program for the grateful opportunity of becoming a hilltopper and being part of the camp family. Next, Joe would like to thank his parents, siblings, and his girlfriend for their endless love and support throughout his collegiate career. He would like them to know that he loves them very much and hopes he made them all very proud. He wouldn't be where he is today without his family and his camp family. Jasmine Cerda, earning a degree in management and a degree in finance. Jasmine wants to thank her parents for all the sacrifices and hard work they have done to shape her into the woman she is today. She wants to let them know that all of this does not go unrecognized. She wants to thank camp for giving her the means and resources to accomplish a higher education, and her peers with whom she created wonderful memories with. She also wants to thank her boyfriend and her fur baby, Romeo, for brightening all her days. Stephanie Chaverro from Palmview, Texas, earning a Bachelor's of Arts in Bilingual Education with a minor in Teacher Education and a concentration in EC6. Quiero agradecerle a mi familia por apoyarme en esta época de mi vida. El día que tanto hemos esperado finalmente llegó. De aquí espero seguir persiguiendo mis sueños con ustedes de la mano. Jessica Duran from San Benito, Texas, earning a Bachelor's in Criminology and a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Jessica le agradece a sus padres y a su familia por su apoyo incondicional. Le da gracias a todas las personas que siempre le brindaron un buen consejo y un buen hombro para llorar. Le agradece al programa de camp y su facultad por siempre creer que sí podía hacer todo lo que se ponía en mente, y sus amigos que sin sus chistes y buenas conversaciones no hubiera sonriado tanto cada día. Saraí Enriquez from El Paso, Texas, earning a bachelor's in science in forensic chemistry. Saraí le agradece a sus padres por enseñarle la importancia de obtener una educación y por siempre ofrecerle su apoyo y su amor. Saraí le agradece a los programas McNair y Camp, que sin sus recursos y guía no podría haber logrado sus metas. Y finalmente le agradece a sus amigos por siempre estar presente en los momentos más importantes. Tela Galvan from Edinburgh, Texas, earning a bachelor's in accounting. I would like to thank my father and mother, Raul and Nancy, for all of their selfless sacrifices, unconditional acts of love, and never-ending support. I would also like to thank the Camp Familia and the unforgettable memories that they have given me these last 4 years. Thank you, Ms. Esther, Dr. Delgado, Ms. Linda, and Mr. Gilbert for your guidance. Aisha Gonzalez from Round Rock, Texas, earning a bachelor's in mathematics and a minor in physics. Aisha would like to thank her mom, brother, and sister for their endless support. She would also like to thank camp and the math department for giving her plenty of opportunities to flourish and always ensuring she has everything she needs to succeed. Aaron Gonzalez from Mission, Texas, earning a bachelor's in kinesiology with a concentration in athletic training. Aaron wants to thank his family, his mother Anastasia, and his grandparents for always supporting him throughout his journey to become a man. Words can't describe how much he appreciates his mother. Aaron wants to thank Gilbert, Linda, and Dr. P for his mentors during his time at St. Edward's University. Lastly, Aaron wants to thank all the awesome friends he made through the camp program. Noe Holguin from Presidio, Texas, earning a bachelor's in computer science. I want to thank my parents, Virginia Luján and Guadalupe Holguin, for the love and support they have given me throughout this journey. I would also like to thank my brother and sisters for helping me when I most needed them. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the camp program and everyone involved. Thank you. Clarissa Lomas from Westlaco, Texas, earning a bachelor's in criminal justice with a concentration in pre-law. Clarissa would like to thank all of her family and friends for always pushing her to pursue her dreams, for being her mentors, teachers, and guides. You have helped me become who I am today. Your support, love, and encouragement mean the world to me. She will forever be grateful. Thank you. Isabel Martinez from Pharr, Texas, earning a bachelor's in criminal justice with a concentration in law enforcement. Isabel wants to thank her family for always encouraging her to chase her dreams and supporting her dream of going to college in pursuit of a better life. Her friends for empathizing with her struggles and letting her know that she was never alone. Camp for always being a resource and providing her with guidance throughout her college career. And Gilbert for being someone she could talk to and annoy. Thank you all for sharing this unforgettable journey that Isabel will treasure forever. Aide Molina from Hidalgo, Texas, earning a bachelor's in special education. Quisiera agradecer a mis padres por haberme apoyado siempre a seguir mis estudios, por la amistad que comparto con mi mamá y mi hermana cada día, a mi suegra que me ha apoyado en todo momento, y mi marido y hijo quienes son mi motivo de felicidad. No hubiera podido lograr esto sin ustedes. Luz Science from Garwood, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in special education and Spanish with a minor in general education. Mercedes would like to thank her family and most of all her mom and dad for supporting her in her endeavors and giving her unconditional love. She is also thankful for camp giving her the opportunity to attend St. Edward's University and receive a higher education, as well as giving her a family away from home. Salma Santos from San Antonio, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in English, language arts, and reading with a minor in education. Salma would like to thank her family, especially her parents. She is forever grateful for their encouragement and support. When homesickness was inevitable, she knew that she would always pick up on the second try. Salma would also like to express her deep gratitude for the whole camp program for providing the opportunity to grow not only as a scholar, but as a person. Cassandra Soto from Laredo, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in special education. Cassandra would like to thank her mother, brother, sister, and friends for their unconditional support through this chapter of her life. She would also like to thank camp for providing her with the opportunity to attend St. Edward's. Elias Bocanegra from Mission, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in mathematics. I would like to thank my family because without them, I would not be here today and even less the person that I am. Because of your dedication to seeing me succeed, I have made it this far. I would also like to thank the camp staff for keeping up with me, even if I didn't do a good job of keeping up with them. You guys are always changing lives one at a time, and we will forever be grateful for the opportunities that you have provided us with. Skylar Garza from Harlingen, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in political science and a minor in history. I would not be here today if it wasn't for my parents' effort in raising and dealing with me. Annette and Ruben Garza are the greatest parents that I could ever pray for. I have been blessed with having a very loving family, specifically Stormy and Christian, and appreciate all of my friends' support throughout. A big thank you to the camp program, St. Edward's University, and Liz. Aleida Perez from Westlake, Texas. Earning a bachelor's in finance. She would like to thank her parents for always supporting and believing in her. Thank you to her father for being her hero and the most amazing father a daughter could want. And her mother for being her partner in crime and #1 supporter. She would also like to thank her 3 brothers for their endless love and constant motivation.
I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Holy Cross Father, Father Villegas, who recently retired after 44 years of service in the Mesilla Valley in southern New Mexico. He will be providing the benediction for us this evening. Father Villegas.
Dios bueno y bondadoso, compartimos hoy esta feliz ocasión de éxito de nuestros estudiantes de camp. Reconocemos tu presencia amorosa siempre con nosotros. Nuestros corazones están llenos de gratitud. Te agradecemos humildemente y pedimos tu bendición. Primero de todo, amado Padre, bendice a nuestros padres, a nuestras familias, en cuyo amor nos basaste y nos diste raíces. Bendice a nuestros queridos padres, nos desearon mejores oportunidades. Aunque se preocuparon mucho por nosotros, se arriesgaron a dejarnos ir, a darnos alas. Confiaron en que los honraríamos a nuestras familias. Bendice a nuestros padres, cuyo amor nos sostiene. Que se deleiten siempre por lo que han logrado a través de nosotros. Señor, bendice al amable personal de Camp por recibirnos como familia, por ayudarnos a enfrentar los desafíos de hacer la transición a una nueva vida fuera de casa, por su generoso apoyo diario, por ser familia aquí con nosotros y por asegurar nuestro éxito como estudiantes y como miembros de una comunidad de apoyo mutuo que conozcan nuestra profunda gratitud, que encuentren refrigerio y renovada alegría con cada nuevo grupo de campers. Bendice a nuestros compañeros, Señor, y a los estudiantes de camp que nos han precedido por compartir tanto sus vidas, sus luchas y sueños, su liderazgo, su compañía mientras hemos crecido juntos. Que esos atesorados lazos de amistad nos den fuerza, nos sostengan en el futuro. Bendice, Señor, a todos aquellos que han contribuido a nuestra educación en la Universidad de San Eduardo. Los maestros que tomaron tiempo para asegurar que entendiéramos, la facultad que buscó cultivar nuestros corazones, así como nuestras mentes, los que despertaron en nosotros el deseo de participar en hacer nuevo mundo, más seguro, limpio, igualitario y justo. Que estos valores penetren nuestras vidas y acciones para que podamos ser agentes de cambio, transformando nuestro mundo hacia el bien. Señor Dios, escucha nuestras oraciones. Lleva a todos nuestros estudiantes de camp siempre cerca de tu corazón. Bendice a nuestros graduantes, hombres y mujeres que se han demostrado capaces hasta ahora y aún así están empezando a descubrir el potencial ilimitado que tú, Señor, les has dado. Bendícelos al enfrentar al mundo con confianza, debido gracias a su educación aquí. Bendícelos ya que los enviamos adelante como signos de nuestras mejores esperanzas para el futuro. Bendícelos como fieles señales de que Dios ha visitado su pueblo y lo ha liberado. Bendícelos ahora que los felicitamos, los enviamos adelante con nuestro orgullo y nuestra alegría. Bendice mientras encuentran su misión en esta vida y, Señor, concédeles todo éxito. Bendícelos ahora que los enviamos con la bendición de todos los que los aman. Con confianza te ofrecemos estas oraciones, oh Dios amoroso y generoso, y te pedimos tu bendición sobre todos nosotros, tus hijos, en el nombre del Padre, y del Hijo, y del Espíritu Santo. Amén.
Thank you, Father Villegas, for the beautiful benediction. Students, you may blow out your candles. Let's give them a round of applause, the graduating camp scholars. And at this time, we'd like to invite Camp Director Perla Delgado to give her closing remarks while we enjoy the music of Josh Saldivar and Susan Nevares.
Congratulations again, graduates. It's such an honor to be here with you guys this evening. Before I do my closing, I'd like to recognize a special person that I think has touched the lives of each and every one of us throughout your time here in my short time as the camp director, and that's Esther Yacono. If you can please stand. I know that she helped many, many of you get to where you are today, and I think it's so important to recognize her work and many, many tears and frustration, because I know in the short time that I have been here, I've had to fill some big shoes. We've talked a lot about acknowledging your families and acknowledging the support that they gave you, but I think it's also important to acknowledge the hard work that you put into this degree. You made it. You're finally here. Obtuvieron un papelito que les va a abrir las puertas. You're the first one, many of you guys are the first ones in your families to accomplish this, to break down barriers, and I feel extremely honored to be part of this ceremony acknowledging your first. So I want you to please stand so we can give you another round of applause for the hard work and commitment. Verdaderamente son un orgullo. Sus papás, sus familiares, sus amigos y todas las personas que han rodeado sus vidas los han apoyado a llegar hasta aquí. Los felicito. Espero que esto no sea la primera vez y el primer papelito que obtengan, que sigan muchos más y que sigan adelante. Y como dice mi papá, que le echen muchas ganas, porque sus papás han peleado, han sudado, han llorado para apoyarlos que ustedes lleguen aquí. Así es que gracias por estas bendiciones de hoy y gracias por llegar hasta aquí y esperamos muchas cosas mejores de ustedes. Congratulations again, grads. Thank you very much. Nancy, I think you're going to close out the ceremony.
Congratulations, graduates. I'd like to officially welcome you to the Camp Alumni Association. You know, a lot of you are first-generation college students. And so when we graduate, we become first-generation college alumni. And so just like camp helped navigate your academic student experience, we're here to help you navigate to how to be a camp alumni. So graduates, thank you so much for being here today. We are all so proud of you. We have some special alumni gifts courtesy of the Office of Alumni and Parent Programs. And also, because it is Mother's Day today in Mexico, we have a little rose that we would like you to share with your moms, the moms or mom figures in your life. Thank you so much. Felicidades, campers. Good night.